Hey guys, I'm trying the landscape format, so let me know what you think. Anyway, I went to go and see the movie If, or Imaginary Friend, starring Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, and Kaylee Fleming. What an imaginative, fun, and creative movie, enjoyable for both adults and children, with adult supervision. A young girl, B, discovers that she can see other children's imaginary friends. When these children grow up and start adulting, don't recommend it, it's a trap. They forget about their imaginary friends. B is then enlisted to help these adults remember their imaginary friends. So, when I saw the trailer for this movie, I was expecting laughter and fun and jokes and vibes, basically. Fam, 5 minutes in, I'm welling up with tears. What is happening? But that's not to say that it wasn't fun and funny. It absolutely was. It's just that it was also emotional and a little sad in parts and heartwarming. It was just deeper than I anticipated. It deals with how some kids create imaginary friends as a way to cope with stress or grief or trauma or just life in general. See how it wasn't just jokes and vibes? And they did it in a fun, child-friendly way with a nice balance between the light and humorous with the not so light and heavier stuff in the movie. The story was a little bit problematic for me. I found it a little confusing and unclear. And if I found it confusing and unclear, I can't imagine how kids are going to find it. They just should have kept it simple. And because they overcomplicated it, it just sort of plodded along, finding its way. And that was a little disappointing. I loved the different imaginary characters they created. So delightful, fun and colorful, and definitely geared towards children. I loved the animation and the different textures that they used to create the characters. I mean, they had a fluffy teddy bear and a marshmallow, a jelly baby, and even a glass of water with like ice in it. Just lovely. Before I talk about the performances, I just have to highlight the fact that John Krasinski wrote, directed, produced, and starred in this movie. He's not the lead, but he does feature in it. And honestly, apart from the overcomplicated story, I think he did a wonderful job. And there's such a beautiful heart behind this movie. And it kind of gives you a glimpse as to who he might be as a person. And then I found out that he made this movie for his daughters. And I was just like, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. The cast. All stars, mama. All stars. Yo. First of all, you've got Ryan Reynolds, who's one of the leads. And if I'm being honest, he was just playing himself. But the standout was the voice cast. Steve Carell, Emily Blunt, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Matt Damon, Louis Gossett Jr., may his soul rest in peace, Brad Pitt, Awkwafina, Bradley Cooper, George Clooney, Jon Stewart, Keegan-Michael Key, Matthew Rhys. Guys! The standout for me, unsurprisingly, was Steve Carell. The man is a treasure. His voice acting is one of the best in the business, and his performance in this was funny and sweet and heartfelt. Honestly, he doesn't miss. My guy does not miss. This one is a saunter to a nearest cinema. Look, apart from the slightly problematic story, it's still a fun, funny, and sweet movie that'll definitely pull at your heartstrings, so bring tissues just in case. And it's also a good opportunity for parents to talk to their children about how they cope with stuff with or without imaginary friends. So do go and see If.